that's good.
All right. So look at this mess. I just arrived and
That's okay. Whoa. I know, it's so tidy in here till you show up.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Code. Well, it may not be afternoon where you are, but here it is.
It is.
Right. It's a beautiful afternoon in Sarnia, and we are the Codependent Knitters, and this is a knitting podcast. This is my friend Dawn.
This is my friend Lisa.
So yeah.
We're in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. If you're new and just joining us, thanks for checking us out. And for everyone else, thanks for coming back.
Yay!
We'll just say right now, this will be a bit longer because it's been a month and we have a lot to talk about.
She's been busy.
You've been busy. So
I've been busy with other things, though.
You were away and you went to Shellridge.
I did.
Shellridge Yarns?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, we went, my husband had to work. He had to do something. So I went with them because we all know he's out of town. So I went with them, and a funny story, I was taking pictures on my way to Muskoka, and a friend of mine whom I haven't seen in years saw the pictures, and she's like, oh my goodness, that'd be really funny. Because she was working at Shellridge Farms at the store because the girls were getting ready for a show. They were at a show. So I pull in, and sure enough, she looks, and the two of us looked at each other and just started screaming. So it was really nice. Hi, Karen. It was good. It was really good to see her. But the store is amazing. I
have pictures, and so as we're talking, I'll overlay the pictures so we can talk about it.
So
well, you sent me the pictures.
I fell in love with this color. And did you hear that word? Did everybody hear that word? Color.
Well, you know I like that color.
Nice, right? So yeah. So I have a sweater quantity.
It feels nice.
It feels good. It's a super wash.
This is exact. We have good light today. This is exact.
So it's super wash merino. But it's just, you know what? I fell in love with the color and I like the feel of it. So yeah.
Oh, it's super wash. That's fine.
Yeah. So I have
it's softer.
Right? Yeah. So I have.
So this is their own.
That's their own.
Their own label.
Yeah, their own label. So yeah. So
nice.
The girls, they're in Gravenhurst, which is a cute little town on your way to. Well, it's part of Muskoka. It's the southern part of Muskoka, but it was good. So nice. I got to see that show. I got to see all the colors there. They have tons of colors.
Nice.
They're often at the shows, which is where I would normally buy it, but I
know they're at
they're at Kawartha, Kitchener,
Woodstock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were at Kawartha.
Yeah.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't go into every booth. I'll talk about that in a bit.
We had to go to school. Go learn.
Well, then, nice segue. I went to Kawartha Yarn and Fiber Festival. So I picked up Adrian from the Fiber Friends in London.
I have to tell you.
What?
I wore a dress.
Oh, yes. Lisa couldn't come to the festival because she had a wedding.
I had a wedding, so it was my niece's wedding.
Are you going to share the photo?
I'll give you the photo. So I wore a dress, and it was not gray, and it was not black. So that's...
What was it, navy?
It was navy. It was navy, and I had high heels on.
Really nice.
So when you see that, you will not see it very often.
You look lovely.
But yeah, that was just funny because I think... Did I send you the picture?
You did.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so while you were doing that, I picked up Adrian in London, and we actually stayed in Barrie overnight at a hotel.
Oh yeah, that's
so we didn't. Yeah, so we didn't like. It's quite a distance to do a one-day trip. It's too far.
Way too far.
Yeah. So we left London Friday morning, and we went to Knit Stitch Stratford.
How was it?
Beautiful.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
Our friend Suzanne, who has Knit Stitch, she has moved her store from London to Stratford, and
Stratford's a beautiful little town.
It's a beautiful town.
Beautiful town.
And it's
just
in their they're in their
around.
tourist season, so there were a lot of people. She has a really nice little shop. It's small, but it's very well laid out. She still has her table. She still has her couch, like the knitting couch.
Oh, nice.
And she's expecting a few more shipments coming soon. It's very like nice and bright and light, and just has that same homey feel as her London store.
I used to love the London store for the lighting because it had that big bright window, and there was it was painted a bright color. It was painted white. And she had a lot of lighting inside.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out or stopping in if you're anywhere in the area.
We're going to go, right?
We're going to go and have a knit visitor for knitting. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So then from there, we made our way to Barrie. We took the back roads because being on a Friday.
You know what? When you say this, I want to go do-de-do-de-do.
Adrian was driving, so I got to knit. So we got to Barrie in time to go to True North Yarn Company before they closed.
Nice too. I went there.
Really nice.
Yeah.
They have everything. Like, it's just a good assortment of any kind of yarn you might need. I'm going to save most of my stash for the end, like my purchases. I didn't go totally crazy, but you know, there's a bit to show. It's not all yarn. I did pick up some things at Knit Stitch. I did pick up some yarn at True North. We'll talk about that later. And I took a few pictures.
I'm staying till the end because I haven't seen any of this and I haven't heard any of this. We haven't even seen each other. That's crazy.
So yeah, it's a nice store. There's just kind of anything you might need. And we had a little chat with Chloe, who was working, and she's lovely. So yeah, it's a great store if you ever are, and it's right off the 400. So it's
at Cedar. It's off on Cedar.
I don't know the road.
Or Dunlop. Yeah,
but it's easy to get to. And then we had fun knitting. The Raptors game was on. Yay, Raptors! Congratulations, Raptors won. So we actually watched basketball in the hotel Friday night.
It's funny, eh?
Yeah, it was fun.
You get caught up in it, even though you're not. I don't watch a lot of sports. I don't watch a lot of TV, but you're all caught up in it because it's like, hey,
it's exciting.
We the North.
Exactly, and I was calling the quarters ends.
Nice,
because it's been a while.
Perfect.
But it was a lot of fun.
Was there any touchdowns?
No touchdowns.
Oh, perfect.
Lots of goals. Lots of goals scored. And a few penalty shots.
Nice. Was there any high sticking?
No. There's some in-air body checking though.
There is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think that's allowed in basketball.
No.
So Friday we set off for Kawartha. I was in a class. I did natural.
You had to go early.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My class started at 9, so we were up really early and on the road. And I took natural dyeing with Cabin Boy Knits, so Christopher Walker.
Oh, nice.
He has a YouTube channel and he's on Instagram. Definitely check it out. He does
some pretty neat things.
He is now selling his naturally dyed yarn at some shows. He's just recently started.
Good for him.
So I thought that's a topic I know nothing about. And it would just be interesting.
Let's just jump in with our both feet.
I don't want to like start dyeing tons of natural.
No,
but it was just something fun.
Interesting, right?
And I will show what we made.
Oh, you made something.
And can I just say, he's excellent. His podcast, his video channel is excellent. He's a very natural and good speaker. And
not like me.
Yeah, and very knowledgeable,
louder.
Obviously. He's been knitting for a long time. He also gave a talk at the show in the afternoon about the history of knitting in Canada.
Oh, good.
So it was held in a community center with an arena. So the show was on the arena floor. The classrooms were in the locker rooms, which was a little unusual sounding, but it was actually quite all right. I mean, it's not hockey season. They were clean. They did not smell. I think they
sanitize them. I think they sanitize them after the season.
Yeah. It felt a little small at first, but it was a very small class. And the only issue was there was no power. His hot plates were blowing the breakers. He did it, and you know what? He just took it in stride, and everything
just kind of go with the flow.
Everything worked out. We did get it working. The people running the show were super.
You know what? I don't think it would be that bad to have the class in there because there was probably not a lot of outside noise.
No, it was nice
because it's enclosed, right? Like that would be a really good. That would be a bonus.
There was a tiny little sink for washing your hands, and he was trying to fill like cauldrons of water, and no hot water.
Nice.
So
alrighty. So it was the cold dye class.
Yeah. The only disadvantage was that we didn't get to let our yarn soak in the hot, like to take color quite as long, but it still worked. So
it's still beautiful.
Yeah. The first material we used was logwood, which is a type of tree bark.
Okay.
And it produces a lovely purple color.
It is nice.
And he did add, I think it was alum, he did add a mordant to it, which helps the yarn take the color. Nice. And this is what we made.
It's pretty.
So can you see? It's the faintest purple because it didn't have time to sit. This one's a tiny bit darker.
That's cool. Yeah. Good for you.
And this, I believe, was a Briggs & Little. I wrote it down. I didn't grab my notes. It's not like they're rustic. It's softer. It's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah. So we were supposed to do 2 colors.
Okay.
The other color barely had time to take, and it was supposed to be like a light green color. It was we used lilac flowers.
You think the lilac, like
No.
looking at it, you think that they would be the purple, not the green.
It's green.
That's kind of neat.
So another lady had mentioned that she didn't really want 2 different colors. She wanted 2 the same.
Yeah, okay.
And she wanted the green, and I said, well, I'd love the purple. So we switched.
That's
so
good.
I have
Good
2.
call.
And I may buy some logwood bark and try and do it again just a little bit darker.
Okay, and then you can put
But
them all
I do
together.
like this.
Good job. That's
And
neat.
yeah, and the only thing is, so Christopher said that he has only purchased logwood bark once. He dries it out and reuses it, and it's the same intensity of color.
Oh, good.
Isn't that amazing?
Good
Like it
call.
just doesn't. It doesn't.
It probably takes a long time to.
It doesn't like the material doesn't exhaust. So that was pretty good because we had like 12
big
skeins.
words.
That's a word you use, exhaust. But that's when your bath, like when you've absorbed all the color out of the water.
That's cool.
So lots of fun, and I have these lovely souvenirs to remember that class. It was definitely worth it. I really enjoyed it.
Now, if you did another one, it was a darker purple, you could do something together.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's
It is what it is.
special.
It's beautiful.
It's special.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I didn't get out onto the show floor until after lunch.
And then chaos ensued.
No, actually what happened was, so I had a
Just
quick lunch.
kidding.
I had a quick lunch, and once again, it wasn't the show that provided the food service. It was, I think, a third party.
Place, yeah.
And it was like, I had a very plain sandwich, but it served its purpose. It filled me up, but just really limited options for food.
Now, last year they had this bakery bring in their baked
and they ran out of food as well, and mostly had sweets left.
Yeah.
So again, this year they ran out. At about 12:30, I saw people coming in with more bags of groceries.
Right.
So I know that they're gonna, they'll work on improving that. And a lot of people brought bag lunches. So
I think that sometimes that's what we need to do is just have a supplement bag lunch.
we were in a hotel, and we actually ended
right?
up having a little fridge, but I didn't know we would because it didn't say there'd be one. So we could have in hindsight, but we didn't know that in advance. Okay. And otherwise, I'll talk about the show floor after, but I just want to say it's a great festival. It's a good size.
The first year wasn't bad.
They had a little bit more this year.
It's better.
The floor was full.
Good.
Adrian said that it never, they had a good amount of people. She said it never felt congested the way Woodstock could be, in the morning.
Yeah.
There were a lot of classes, and there were a lot of people in classes.
Good. That's awesome.
It was just really well organized.
It's amazing how some shows have a lot of classes, and some can't get people to go to classes.
Yeah, this they had a great selection of classes. So
maybe it's a selection of classes. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there was it was supposed to be a podcaster meet and greet. It ended up being more like just a podcaster meetup.
Oh, nice.
But so I did meet a few people. So
I know that one.
No, that's the yarn store. It was I met some lovely ladies. Their podcast is Three Sisters Knit, and
cool.
It was Sheila and Margaret, and they look like twins. They look so much alike. Yeah,
kind of like us.
Yeah. And we're not even sisters.
I know, right?
No, they really they look more alike than we do.
Sorry, I just couldn't resist.
They were really nice, so I'd encourage you to watch them. I did check out one of their episodes.
Oh, nice.
And there's 2 of them, and I'll let you watch and find out the story behind their name, Three Sisters Knit. They were really nice, and I also met Karen of Feisty Fibers. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't vending, like she had yarn in someone's booth, but she showed up.
I've met her when she's vending.
Okay.
She is a hoot.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. She's
and I
so
saw
funny.
Tiffany.
Nice.
Tiffany. Yes. She's gonna have her baby any day.
I know. She looks great, eh?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for her.
She
Congratulations,
really
Tiffany.
Yeah, we're excited to see pictures of your baby.
And hand knit hats.
And hand knit hats. Yeah, and Christopher was there. So the only thing was there were a few people who came, and one lady was asking some questions, like she wanted to know more about. I don't think she's ever watched video ones.
Oh, okay.
So she was asking, like, are there just audio? Because she does just listen to audio. So I told her about a few, and then she had a couple questions, and I thought it'd be good to share because I'm sure other people may wonder.
Okay.
One of her questions was, how do you make money? And I said, you don't. If you are, so here's how it works. When you have had enough views on your channel, so it's got nothing to do with likes, subscribers, episodes.
It's just people watching.
It's view time.
Yeah.
So it depends how many minutes of view time people have actually watched. When you reach that, which took a good year for us, like the threshold to monetize your channel, then you can monetize your channel, and you do that by playing ads. So that's why, you know, some podcasters don't put ads on. It may be by choice, or maybe just that they don't have the view time threshold yet. When we reached it, we didn't put the ads on right away. No. But we decided to do it because it helps us pay postage and prizes for the things that we provide to you. And, you know, that was coming out of pocket for us for the first year and a half or so, probably first year for sure. So I just did some stats on our channel. So to give you an idea.
I like these.
Well, so the lady, I'll go back to her question. She was asking, how do you make money? And I said, you need like thousands and thousands of subscribers and getting a lot of ad revenue. And I told her it is literally pennies per ad. So when you, the viewer, watch, I've
actually started watching ads now.
Well, it helps them
You know
out.
what? I didn't know that before. So I actually started watching the ads.
So we only use skippable ads, but we can provide ads that you can't skip. I don't like that some of them are like 30 seconds long.
I don't like the ads in the middle.
We can't pick. That's a choice.
I don't like that.
Because you can choose where to put them. No, we aren't. But some people do.
Yep.
Because these skippable ads, we can't choose how long the duration, or the non-skippable ads. You can't choose a duration. And I don't want to, you know, people to have like a 30-second ad at the right before they can even watch us. So we do use skippable ads. If you watch the full ad, it's a few pennies. If you click skip, it's less than a few pennies. And that adds up. So for example, for the last month, as of today, our revenue is $12 and some cents.
Good
so
for
that's like, you know, the watch time was 20.
You know what? That's
I wrote it down.
It's postage, right? Like we talked about.
It was like
that.
2,000. It's 2,400 and some minutes. So it actually was less than 1 cent per view.
Okay.
Yep. So that's postage. So that's just to give you an idea. We have 2,500 subscribers. Some channels have thousands of thousands more.
I mean, there are people who have millions, and
well,
they can do better. But you know what?
So you know, if you're a bigger channel and you have a lot more followers, they're getting more ad revenue. But what I told this lady was, a lot of people are dyers or pattern designers,
right?
Or I told her, like, I have a small bag shop. So people, you know, often will use their podcast as a way of promoting their what they make, and that's that's their channel for promoting it. So anyways, it was a really good question. I thought it would be a good opportunity for us to explain to our viewers just about that if you weren't aware of how that all worked. And it's a little bit of money, and we have postage, and it allows us to purchase sometimes, like this episode, we have actually purchased a prize to use as a giveaway. Right. So thank you everyone for watching. And if you watch the full ad, thanks. And if you click skip, that's fine too. We appreciate that you watch those first few seconds. And if you can hold on for a few more and let it play, it's just more that we can share with you. We don't keep any of that money for ourselves. We never will. It's just intended to help supplement how we can use this podcast. And so yeah, I already talked about the show. It's great. And I'll talk about the majority of my acquisitions, my stash building later. Should we talk about this? It's kind of a special.
It's kind of
a special podcast.
That snuck up on me. I hadn't even thought of that, and now I feel like the bad person in the relationship.
No, it's fine.
Sure, go
I
ahead.
always forget our anniversary.
I know.
No,
I'm sorry.
May 31st was our second Podiversary.
Yay.
So we've been doing this 2 years.
I know.
Congratulations.
High five.
Woo! And it's been tons of fun.
You know what? It has been. It's tons. I'm not as scared of this thing anymore, because that kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At first, I was really kind of scared, especially when I found out it wasn't just my mom watching.
Yes. We have, like I said, we have over 2,500 subscribers now. We appreciate everyone so much for subscribing and for coming back to watch.
And interacting too. That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the friends we've made. We bought a special giveaway prize.
We did, because we talked about it so much.
We love this. We love this yarn. We bought 4 skeins of Holst Garn Coast.
And it's a beautiful gray.
It is. I love it.
And we picked it out together. I didn't do it.
Silver. It's a lovely gray. You can see there, just a light medium gray. And this is enough to make the European road trip shawl.
To make your own European road trip shawl.
At a very affordable price point and free to you.
Yes.
But this is an excellent yarn. We have friends making sweaters with it.
I made that sweater out of it. The sleeveless sweater.
Yeah. A number of road trip shawls.
It's good.
So we have 4 skeins to give away. I'll tell you how in a minute. But first.
Oh, the color.
These are the color cards. These are all the colors it comes in.
I'll hold on.
There's 4 color cards.
I'll hold 2.
Okay. Like, look at all this.
And they're not paying us.
No, I ordered these just so that if I ever want to order some, I know what the color's going to be like. You can buy it in cakes, and you can also order it in cones.
I'm laughing because we tried to order these before, and they were sold out. They're often sold out.
Because they had a sale on them.
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Yeah. So you can get it in cones, which is even more... If you're going to do a sweater, I think the cone is equivalent to 5 cakes.
Yes.
So, I think, not totally sure. So it's whole skarn. It is in
Denmark. Because I can get,
I believe.
Yes.
And very fast shipping. We didn't have to pay any duty.
There's an agreement with Canada. Yeah. You can look up online what countries we have agreements with in regards to that.
And Knit Stitch Stratford carries it. And she's getting more in. She didn't have her order in yet when we were there, which is probably good because I would have bought some. But so these are all the colors it comes in. You can look online. There's,
you know what? They have beautiful
every
blues.
shade.
Can I have that back? Like, look at all these different blues.
Beautiful everything.
Like, I think they're so beautiful. Yeah. Some are yellow, like have a little yellow.
And it kind of has a heathered look because of the fiber in it. Yeah. So it is a wool and cotton blend. Yeah. So it gives it a nice heathered look. I'm just going to...
And you can also put it up with, you can use it double, and it works really well when it's used double. So yeah, and you could get a marl if you pick 2 colors. That would be cool.
Yeah. So
I gotta go to Stratford.
We have 4 skeins to give away.
So how are we gonna do that?
Well, I was thinking, I didn't run this by you ahead of time, so if we have a better idea, we can do that. But I was thinking, what has been the best part of doing this podcast? Like, what would you say for you? What's been the best part?
For me, probably meeting people. That's been a pretty big part of it, is meeting people, new friends, and just, I mean, I could knit at home and not interact with anybody. I mean, it's,
I think it's getting us out to more things.
This is true. This is, yes.
Like, it has brought into my horizons.
Yes, yes. And both with people and with knitting, like it's,
But I would say the same thing. It's been the friends we've made, the people we've met. It's been amazing.
And the interactions. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's been really good.
So here's what I was thinking.
Uh-oh.
We'll put a thread in our Ravelry group.
Okay. Can I win it?
No. Neither can I. We're going to put a thread in our Ravelry group, and we would like you to tell us a story about how knitting has... about knitting and friendship.
Okay, that's cool. That's good.
Some story about
I'm with that one.
How it has created more friendships, or a special friend you have that you knit with, or whatever it may be. Something along that theme, knitting and friendship. Yeah. Write us a little note. Put your little story in our Ravelry thread. I think we'll do this at the end of June.
Okay.
Because we're now close.
I know, right?
Kind of mid-June. So so end of June we'll leave that open, and it'll be on Ravelry.
On Ravelry?
Yep. And so please check out our group on Ravelry and join us and enter to win this lovely prize.
I have a quick question. I can't go in there and comment, right? Because it's going to be a random number.
You know what?
Yeah. Okay.
I won't open it. Like, if we can put the first 2, and then we can ignore them. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, skip them when we pick. So if ours are the first 2, and then if I put them in right away. We'll do it in the middle of the night when nobody's on Ravelry.
When is that?
We'll be setting that up by the time you see this.
Yeah, that's cool.
So So
you're one of my favorite things.
Well, thank you guys for watching and for watching the ads and making prizes like this possible.
Exactly.
And we're just happy to share it and give it back.
Okay. So that's
that. And I don't know if we had. I think our other prize was for our knit along, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, we will get to the knitting because there is knitting, but just we have a few other things to talk about. Let's quickly do our knit alongs. So we have a Natalie Sheldon sock knit along, which is going to the end of June.
Yeah.
Any pair of her socks. And she just...
Did you see those new ones?
She has a new pattern. So her new pattern is called Charlotta the Fourth, and that's an Anne of Green Gables reference. There's a girl in Anna Green Gables who wears big ribbons in her hair.
I like this one.
It's a beautiful sock.
Yeah,
it is not full color work. It's like cuff and down by the toes.
And there's a repeat.
Yep.
Right, because you know how the house ones didn't have.
Yeah. So if you were a little bit intimidated by the full color ones, these are a little less. So check that out. You still have time to knit.
I like the bit on the toe.
Yes. You still, I don't have a picture to show you. Please check it out. She is on Instagram under Remembrances Pottery. And that is our friend Natalie, who also makes lovely pottery. This is one of her mugs. Yeah. So you have till the end of June to finish a pair of her socks and enter them in that knit along. The Lisa Much knit along ended May 31st.
Okay.
And we need to give away a prize
Yay!
for that. So that knit along was any Lisa Much pattern, and if you used Lisa Much yarn, you got a double entry, or any other pattern where you used Lisa Much yarn, you got one entry.
So it was yarn or pattern, or both? Okay.
Yarn or pattern or both. So we want to congratulate, we picked a random winner with Siri, and it is number 13. Sack Harwood, who's Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
We've met Sandy. And she knit, this entry was Auspice.
It was beautiful.
With Lisa Much yarns. And she's been knitting a ton of Lisa Much.
Oh, she does, right?
Yeah, yeah. So thanks for entering, Sandy. Thanks for everyone for entering. And our prize to you is a Bliss Aromatherapy Eye Pillow. And this is made locally in Sarnia by our friend Kelly, who also has the Tangled Stitch bag shop.
Yep.
So I'll put Tangled Stitch on the screen. She's on Instagram and on Etsy. She still makes them. There aren't any in her Etsy shop right now, but she does make them. And if you're interested, you can message her. She has different aromatherapy scents. This one is flax, and they're all flax filled. This is flax and lavender. And you can just warm this up quickly, put it on your eyes. So it smells amazing. I like lavender. So we just want to thank Kelly for that prize, and Sandy, get in touch with us, and we'll make arrangements to get this to you sometime soon.
Maybe in person.
Maybe in person, because we do cross
paths.
Yeah, occasionally.
Now what are we doing?
We have no other knit-alongs going on right now.
No.
So I did some checking on the last 2 years, and our Love Local, the first year it was July, August, I think.
Okay.
Last year it was May, June, July, or May. We started it in May.
Okay.
So it's time.
It's time. Love Local.
So
this is one of my favorites.
Should we start it July 1?
Let's start July 1. That'll give everybody a chance to check out local stuff. And
should we go? Well, I was thinking recently we had Love Local, LYS Day.
Yeah.
We had Knit in Public Day.
Yeah.
So hopefully
you found something.
People visited. Should we run it July, August, or July to end of September?
I like September.
Okay, so 3 months.
Because you know what, that's a really good one for local economy and small businesses and stuff, just to get it out there, right? So yeah, I like that idea.
How this works is we want you to support, or we want to celebrate supporting local yarn shops, indie dyers,
indie patterns,
and local yarn shop can be like just not the big box stores, not the big box craft stores.
You can go into like your little yarn, your yarn, like local yarn shop.
You can buy online from an Etsy maker or from a website if it's an indie dyer. So materials from a small or local business, and pattern
from an indie
indie pattern.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
On that, sometimes indie designers will get published patterns.
Yeah.
They can still be the published patterns, right?
I think in the past we did independently published patterns.
Just thought I'd check that one.
We don't get too crazy about the rules.
No.
So
we're not big on rules.
Yeah. You can if you use a different pattern, so you get one entry if your materials are from a local or small business or indie dyer. You get another entry if the pattern is by one of them.
Yeah.
So if you do both, you get 2 entries. So we'll put all that information on our Ravelry group.
Okay. In
the rules, you can enter more than one project. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll do that again because that's one of our favorite ones.
That is one of my favorites. Yeah.
And we've already got some things lined up for giveaways for that.
So what else?
I talked about crochet.
Oh.
I still haven't dug out any of my crochet things or picked. I want to crochet a shawl and I haven't decided. I'm still looking. So I think I'm going to hold that off.
Okay.
And we'll maybe, if I've decided by next podcast,
okay,
we'll start it. So Love Local will start July 1. And this is not for whips. This is for new starts. So if you've got something in mind, you know, if you've already cast on a little bit, again, we don't go crazy. But like if you finished, no. We're going to kind of, we're giving you a 3-month time span to knit something.
Crochet something.
Oh yeah, it's a make along. We always say knit along, but by all means, unless it's a specific pattern, if it's crochet, that's fine too. So our Love Local make along.
Yeah.
2019 version. Okay. So yeah, we'll get that kicked off. We do have another knit along planned to start in August, and it'll probably run August, September, October, and that's our fall shawl make along. I always say knit along, make along. So we are planning to both knit the Gowla shawl. The pattern was gifted to us. It's by Erin of Erinine Designs. It's available now on Ravelry, and I'm gonna knit mine in worsted.
I'm going to do mine in a DK.
Yep. So we're gonna start that, I think, August.
Yep.
And run it for 3 months for our fall shawl make along, because we've done that before. So what we'll do with this one is any shawl, and if you knit Gowla, it'll be a double entry.
Awesome.
How's that?
Yay.
Okay. We'll tell you more about that closer too. So if you're thinking about knitting Gowla, or you're going to be, you know, doing a shawl for the fall, just be ready for that to kick off August 1.
I like that one in the fall.
I do
It kind
too.
of gets you ready for the cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, if you knit more than one shawl, more than one entry, as always. Okay. Knitting time.
Knitting. We're okay. Perfect.
You're knitting.
I am knitting.
Do you want to do FOs first?
What am I not knitting?
Let's give
do
them some eye
FOs.
candy. Okay.
FOs, because I only have one. We're going to show my one. I did bullseye toes. That bullseye, I
like that. Okay, there.
So these are by Timber Yarns, and it's bricks and mortar, and they came in a ball. It was, what do you call this? Is it a gobstopper?
A double wound gobstopper?
Yeah, double wound gobstopper, because I do 2 at a time. And it was fun. It was kind of neat. Normally, I don't like my sock. I don't care whether my socks match, but look, they match.
Exact. So
they're so good.
Do this
and it's
there.
Yeah. And it's amazing, and it was fun. It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
And then the bullseye, I love the heel, the way I just use the same stuff for the heel. I didn't get a chance to wet these, but yeah. So there's the heel.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And you knit them 2 at a time?
2 at a time.
The double wound
2.5.
gobstopper is
Yeah, it was kind of
perfect.
neat. I did like that, the tip about wrapping the safety pin around the next color so it doesn't.
We talked about that in the last episode. I
Yeah,
believe.
because my cat got a hold of it.
If you, so we can't show you now because she's knitted all up. So that's your FO.
That's my FO.
I have a
That's
couple.
it.
I have a
That's it.
couple.
That's all she wrote.
I knit, since we were on like a Lisa Much Northbound knitting
Yeah.
kick, I knit another silver.
What is that? What yarn is that? I mean,
This is Hedgehog Merino.
nice.
Hedgehog Merino DK. And I knit another silver. So because it's a speckled yarn, I was concerned that the texture,
no, I like the texture of the
I think
speckle.
it's lovely.
I love it because it changes. It changes the way it stripes, right?
And I, you know, I love stocking stitch for speckle because it shows it off so much. So I think it's just, I love it.
It's beautiful.
This may be one of my favorite, like for sure favorite patterns.
What colorway?
Hedgehog DK in Bramble.
Bramble, nice.
It's Hedgehog Merino DK in Bramble. I had 3 skeins and I alternated them.
Okay.
Because I was getting a bit of pooling, so I actually switched like fairly early and alternated them. I'm just gonna put it on for a minute. This is all bunchy, but yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this pattern.
The color, I know, right?
And I did an extra. Okay, the pattern calls for fingering
Okay.
on a larger needle, like a 1 skein of fingering. I've done it before in an Aran weight. I did it in Bloom and Fiber Arts Peru. So I did this one.
so did I.
So did you. This one I did with a 4mm needle. I think it was a 4mm needle.
I like it because it's a little bit looser.
It is very
very drapey.
Very drapey. And I did an extra repeat, so that there's like 5 rows of this pattern, and I did another full repeat section of 6.
Okay.
And then I just added some garter.
Okay.
And just a regular bind off. I'm a bit loose, so my regular bind off is usually pretty stretchy enough for me. I've tried the stretchy bind off, and it tends to look too sloppy. It's too because I'm looser, so it doesn't matter.
And mine's tight, so it looks pretty neat.
Yeah, I just love it.
It looks beautiful.
Good
job, girl.
Whoop whoop. So I finished this, and then this I showed last time because I was having the issue with the wonky edge.
Oh, yeah.
I finished my pleat up.
Okay.
So this is Pleat Up by Hannah Machuska.
Oh, this is right where it's like got that three-dimensional.
Now we have to catch the light. So you can see that there are pleats in it, and they sort of run.
Here's one right here.
Where do they start? This edge. Yep, they run partially through the.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. So it's an asymmetrical triangle.
Beautiful.
The
I love
yarn.
the color. That's really kind of neat.
It's neat, isn't it? Just gives it some interest. The yarn is Prairie Dye Studio. It's their superwash worsted. It is really nice. And again, like lots of drape here because I'm a bit of a hallucinator. I did use a 4mm needle. The pattern calls for DK and this is a worsted. And I think for DK, this is DK with a 4mm. So I have lots of drape in this. It was interesting to block because
you can
to get the pleats straight, even though I had the edges all wired, so I kind of had to do a little bit of manipulation and put a few pins in just to hold them. Yeah. It was just a little more attention, a little more attention than I kind of thought. Okay. But I love it. I love it.
Very good. Look at you.
Should I put this on too? I'll be cooking. I just have the last end.
It had for dinner.
I talked about my modifications, and I'll put them in my Ravelry project. Okay. I won't go into it now.
Because none of the pleats go up to the edge anymore.
I stopped the pleats just before the edge because I was getting a really stepped looking edge. And even though when I manipulated it, I didn't know that it would block as straight, and I just wanted a straight looking edge. So I made that modification. I played with it a few times and figured out what worked. And then it had a I-cord bind off. And I
did your garter.
I started, and it was it just looked too chunky for the pattern. So I did a couple rows of garter instead, and then just a regular bind off. Can you see it there? Is that okay?
Yeah, looks good.
So beautiful yarn, isn't it?
It is nice.
Riptide.
Riptide.
Riptide by Prairie Dye Studio. And I used 3 skeins. I actually alternated on each edge.
Okay.
So I alternated, and then so
they were getting
basically every third row was one skein. So there's no pooling. One of the skeins had a little bit of a darker tint to it, like more blackish spots.
Yeah.
And so I knew I had to alternate for sure.
Okay.
And it worked fine. Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah, good.
I should show. I don't know if it'll show here. When I alternated, I did it. Okay, yeah. I did it just inside the edge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So not right at the first stitch. After the second stitch.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's an so you can kind of see it there, right? And then on the other edge, same thing, because I did it on the 2 edges. Yeah.
Good thinking. Good thinking, girlfriend.
Love it. Getting warm, taking this off.
Yes.
My only other FO is a pair of socks.
Nice.
I can only find one. But I haven't worn them. The other one's done.
It's in a safe place.
I know. This is a lovely self-striping yarn, also by Timber Yarns. I'm just trying to show these beautiful colors.
It's nice. They're beautiful
colors. Colorway is called Optimistic. And I used Madeline Tosh Baltic for the heel and toe because I had some left from another project. And I think it's just the right jewelly tone for that. So I just did a short cuff. Not quite low ankle, but just above the ankle. Yeah.
Now, have you ever been on her website? I love the fact that she shows you she'll show you this, and then on the side she will list the color of mini that matches any point in that.
Yeah, she does have matching minis.
Yeah, and I was on.
You can just click and it'll take you.
It'll take it. You click on it and it takes you there. So it was good. I was there the other night.
You know what I also like is that she has a photo of every colorway knit up.
Yep.
And if you see her yarn when she's at a show, sometimes other booths will have her yarn, but when she's there, she brings the sample.
It's like in a tube, isn't it? It's they're in tubes. It's really great.
So you can actually see the color runs, and because sometimes in a skein with all those colors mixed together, you're not quite sure. So I really love this. It's
beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a bit left.
Beautiful.
This actually, so I bought the one that was 2 separate skeins, mini like 250, 50 grams. And I caked them separately and I knit them separately. And I did not start them. I wish I had the other one to show you. I did not make them matchy-matchy. I did not start them at the exact same stripe. Nope.
That's big for you.
I know. And I did an afterthought heel, which we do.
Now we talked about my heel. My heel's a forethought heel because I put the waist yarn in. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, it's still, you're knitting it afterwards. Toes. Someone asked you about, you put a comment on Instagram. Was it Instagram? About your toes, how you do a rounded toe.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
That wasn't me. Noelle does a specific rounded toe.
But didn't you say something about your
I tried it and I didn't like it.
Okay.
So I usually do mine pointing. Now this one here I did the rounded toe and I like it. It turned out really good.
Okay. And you did it the way Noelle taught us?
This is the way that Noelle, basically the numbers that Noelle gave me. And it's just a little rounded.
Not on this pair of socks. I have another pair, 2 pairs that I'm doing that toe on.
Okay.
There's many ways to do a rounded toe. You can look it up online. That's how we did it. I think it results in fewer overall rows, maybe. So I added a couple of rows, like 2 extra rows before I started the decreases.
So yeah, so for mine it took about the same time to
Maybe
go from here to here. Yeah. So
yeah. So I'm trying it. I don't have any to show, but I am trying it. I did try one on. So someone at our getaway had one. Knit that way, and I tried it on and I liked it, so I'm starting to try it, not on every pair, but
I didn't like the last ones. I'm going to say that I probably lost count somewhere, because they weren't very comfortable, but I like these. I did try them on before I started the heel, so it's all good.
Okay. That's my only other FO.
All right.
And you just let's just talk about that, because you just showed your whip. Let's talk about your whip.
Oh, my whip. I'm doing my socks. I thought I would get these done. I didn't. I just have to do the heel.
So close.
2 heels at a time.
Do you want me to hold them?
Yeah, sure. So again, it's a timber yarn episode. Timber yarn, Oh Canada, and it's very cute. And I forget what this one's called. I think it's navy. So.
And again, she dyes them so you can make them totally matchy-matchy. They start at the same spot.
Now I bought these on the way to the retreat. Navy.
There's the heel and toe.
Yeah.
Nope, just heel.
Again, they're all matchy.
I love these.
Yeah, so they're cute.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start the navy pair next. Because I have the navy, the same stripes with the navy. Yeah. And I have a gold for the toes. Now, I debated, you're going to laugh, and that's fine.
What?
I didn't know where to put the heel because I was doing it a different color.
Okay.
I didn't really want to break this section up. So so basically when you put it on, it's going to be a skinny stripe of navy on the one side and then a big thing on the heel. And then, so I went with the navy.
It's still going to fit you though? Like that's just where it landed for your, oh, you didn't want to, you did it intentionally in the navy.
Right.
But it's in the right spot.
Yeah, it's in the right spot.
If the navy was in a different spot, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
I probably would have made it longer this way because I had navy, right?
Okay.
I had the navy, so I probably would have just made it until I got to the navy for that point.
So you split, I don't know if you guys can see this. So here's the front of the sock where there's a full navy stripe. So because she's using the same color for her heel, she just did.
I split it.
You split it, yeah. So you're going to do it
the navy
on navy, which will look really nice.
Yeah, so I never thought of that. And I'm like, what do I do? Yeah. So
it works.
That's that. It works. Oh, and do you want to go now? I just have these two.
Go ahead.
Okay, these are, this is that skein I got from the retreat, the swap.
Our swap.
And a little waste yarn in there. It is 8675309. And it is an old oaks yarn, which are pretty hard to come by lately. So yeah, it's beautiful, eh? They look really cute.
Yeah. You've just started those?
Yeah, I just started them yesterday.
Nice.
So yeah.
So you had posted something on Instagram. Or no, you talked about them on our last podcast. So Barry of Knitting Wolf Luxury Yarns, he commented that someone in Corona actually had that phone number.
Right, do you remember that? I laughed so hard.
I wonder if they got pranked a lot.
Oh my gosh. Probably.
That would be fun.
Imagine calling them up to change your phone number. I would like to change my
Is Jenny there?
Right? So a two-tone call.
Can I speak to Jenny? But this is Jenny's number. Oh, really? Where's Jenny?
So I'm on a sock kick lately. I think it's because I've been really busy with other things that
they're just easy.
They're just so easy to
I
pick
always
up
have
and,
at least 2 socks on the go.
Yeah, so that's...
Okay. Sweater. You have a sweater started.
I do have a sweater. Not a lot of started sweater, just the collar.
Excuse the wrinkling.
It looks really cool. It's Kate, and it's by Josie, how would you say her last name?
Paquin. Jose Paquin.
Yeah, so that's that. It's just a plain, but I'm making it with this stuff that we talked about last time, the Kiri, which is Noro, and it is, what is it, merino silk?
Wool and mohair.
Yeah, silk, wool, and mohair.
Really nice. There's some different.
It's a different texture.
There's some greenish tints and a little bit of brownish tints.
And, yeah.
So do you have? I just
barely started
the neck.
I don't know if I'm tall enough. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
So we'll see more of this next time.
Yeah. So I just started it because I've been kind of overwhelmed on what sweater to start, and I'm like, I'm going with this one.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a crew neck.
It's just a crew neck, plain. I think it's raglan.
Raglan. It looks like. Yeah. Awesome.
So yeah, so what do you got? What you got going on over there?
I'm just gonna show these 2.
Okay.
Okay. So, because the other stuff it's been in progress for a while.
Okay.
Hot bird bag. I had a new start on our road trip. Our road trip to Kawartha. Yeah, this is in my
peacock bag.
My giant. There's 2 projects in here. I had the pleat up in here, and then I finished it.
Good.
So.
Why are you crinkling in there? What you got crinkling in there?
So apparently it's not in this bag. I'll get the bag it's in.
I hate when that happens.
It's in my bird bag.
Or you go and you open something thinking something's in there. And
I had that bag in this room. The yarn was in there. Okay, here's my bird bag.
Bird bag.
I don't have the pattern printed. It's called Hat Dana.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yep.
Who's that by again?
It is by Denise Bayron.
Okay.
And she has a lot of nice patterns. Yeah, check her out. So it is a bandana. Okay, I'll talk about the yarn in a second. It's a bandana, but it can also be worn as a cowl. And if you have like lots of hair, like especially if you have like, people with really curly hair, that kind of, they can put it up in a ponytail, because you can wear it like a hair wrap, like you can wear it so that the bandana goes this way over your big ponytail or whatever. I wanted to just try it as something I could use for boat hair, like when you go to the beach.
Boat hair, don't care.
So I'm doing it just for now because I want it for summer, and I just bought some Bernat Handicrafter as a sort of as my straw man, like test, to test the pattern out. This is called Robin's Egg, but I really don't love this for any kind of garment, like for dishcloths or whatever. It's fine, but it just is. It's not the tightest twist.
It doesn't have a nice drape.
It's actually really rough on the hands. No, and for this, it's not like you're So I got to the point where I thought I'm just gonna try it on. It fits circumference wise. I had thought it was a bit too long. It's not. I mean, it's not blocked, so you can see it can grow a bit. But I think I'm going to tear out the ribbing and just do another repeat. It's got this beautiful cable up the center. Okay. And then I'll do the ribbing. And I'll probably do it again in a nicer, like maybe a cotton bamboo. Like bamboo pop.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, something with just a smoother look and a nicer feel. Because bamboo pop is a dream to knit with. And it'll like, this just looks really lumpy and rough, and but like I said, I was doing it to make sure it fit like size wise, and
that looks good.
Yeah,
looks good.
It's got a ribbed edge, so it won't curl in on you. No, I'm not trying it on here. I tried it on privately. It's quite interesting. Do you want to try it on?
I don't care.
It's not a podcast look.
It's not a podcast look.
Not for me, because I have no hair. Like if you had a ponytail, like lots of hair, but I just want it for...
you just put it... How do you put it on?
Like you would wear a headband.
Okay, so basically...
I mean, you can put it over your hair, but...
Okay, do something with a little stretch next time.
Like, yeah, like that. I know, it also doesn't stretch very nicely. I mean, it's got the ribbing. Yeah, see, that's cute, eh? That looks cute on you.
Actually, it's kind of cute.
It is.
You know what?
So it's just not
this
quite
would
long
look
enough.
So cute with my daughter's hair.
Totally. Oh, for young girls? Yeah. So the pattern is written for, I think it's worsted. She has multiple sizes.
Fix my bangs.
There's multiple uses. Like I said, a hair wrap, a cowl,
Good
bandana. So it's multifunctional. And she also has a separate pattern page for it written in fingering weight with she has some instructions as to what to modify.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. So you still need to purchase the original pattern to know what the instructions are. And yeah, she like the sample. I think she used like a wool, but because I wanted this for summer, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I have that on the go, and
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again in something different. And I did buy some yarn to do a fingering.
Okay.
It's not Bernat. It's a different, but it is a cotton blend.
Do you remember wearing your bandanas were tied behind your back of your neck when you were in the summer? I used to put one on us all the time.
No, I never had long hair, but you know what I would do is I have a couple, like, you know, the paisley print that you get, the cotton squares.
Yeah.
I roll them up and I just use them like if I'm gardening or something, just to keep my hair and sweat out of my face.
I have like 3 million of those.
I have a couple of those. So yeah, so that's the Hatdana.
Good job.
By Denise Bayron. Bayron Handmade.
Nice.
She has a video on YouTube. You can just search on her name.
Okay.
And it's a styling video. Tells you how to wear it in different ways.
Oh, cool. You know what? I love it when they do that. Like, there's some things that are...
Yes. If you're...
That you can use multitude of ways.
If you're, like, stylistically challenged, like me. Not a lot of options for me to wear it, but that's what I'm going to use it for.
Good job.
The second thing is, it's yarn that I bought at Kawartha. I started...
Do you want me to hold that for you?
No, I'm just going to go like this. There's nothing to see yet because I've only just started it. I started the Summer Commitment, which is a tote bag, like with a long strap, right? Just a big
How
sack.
did I miss that?
There's one called Summer Fling, which I think is a fingering weight.
Okay.
And then they made one with a heavier gauge called Summer Commitment. So it's a free pattern on a Spas Tricots. I don't know if you can get on their website. It's on their Ravelry page. And I am making it with this.
Excuse me.
I don't know where the full skeins are. I'll just wrap this around it. Yashi Raffia.
Yeah, she was here.
So someone had it on, the name of the booth. Heartfelt Fibers.
Oh.
I believe. Oh, hang on.
Can I touch that?
Yeah.
I want to touch it. Gosh. That is so cool.
I think it was Heartfelt Fibers. It doesn't smell. So it's a cellulose fiber. So it's kind of like rayon cellulose. It's actually made from palm trees. So
that's cool.
It's 100% raffia, which is palm tree fiber. So it's probably similar like bamboo.
That is so cool.
Like bamboo viscose, bamboo.
I'm gonna.
You can tear it, so don't you have to be gentle.
I'm not.
But once it's knit up, it's stronger, right?
That's really cool.
So I'm just doing. It's a rectangular bottom, and then you cast off, and I'm picking up stitches all the way around, and then you go up.
Oh, okay,
to do the bag.
That'll give you some structure. That's cool.
The only thing is, I'm concerned I don't have enough. I think she thought the bag was 3 skeins, and I bought 3. So the strap might be shorter than the pattern calls for, or I can.
You can also order another color for the straps. Another
I
color.
didn't have it here. The other color. Hang on.
Oh, you got 2 colors. Good job.
Here it is.
That is so cool.
So the bottom's gonna be black, and then I bought this bright aquoise.
Nice.
So you can already see it's getting low, right? So I may have to. I was just gonna color block it.
Okay.
Black on the bottom, and then the turquoise.
Good call.
Yeah, or I could do a stripe or something, but I don't know how much of this I'll have a bit. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Yeah, so I have 2 of the turquoise and 1 of the black. But look, it's already starting to run out, and I've only done the bottom.
That is so cool. I can't take my eyes off of it.
Neat.
It's kind of neat.
It's really neat.
And what's it called again?
Yashi. Universal Yarn. Yashi. 100% raffia.
That is so cool. Oh, and you can just tie it.
That's where the skeins change. Yeah, it's just knotted, but it holds pretty well.
It's cool. That is so cool.
Great, hey? So yeah. So I started that. And that is the only... I have some other socks on the go, but I'll just wait till they're done, and then I'll have FOs for next time. And I have so much yarn of things I want to cast on.
I know, right? Well, that's like me when I did a list of how many skein, like sweater quantities I have, and now I'm like, which one do I start? Oh, I want to start them all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
One thing, I showed it on Instagram.
Yeah, that's right.
We only have so many Instagram followers, so not everybody's on Instagram. So remember my European road trip, right? This was a treat for me to purchase this yarn. It was a pricier option. It's the
it's cashmere.
It's cashmere and linen. So I'm gonna put the picture here. I pulled this out to wear it one day, and this is what I found. Some kind of food dripped on it. And I don't remember what it was.
It looks like ketchup. But you're not a big fan
It's not ketchup. But I figure it was either Thai curry soup or pasta sauce.
Oh, right.
Either way, things that'll stain, right? So I left it for a bit because I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to deal with it. And then I thought, okay, I just got to try to rinse this out. Where it occurred was somewhere on one of these decrease.
I like the way she says somewhere because it's not there anymore.
Yeah, on the decrease edge. And so I thought, I have yarn left. Worst case, I can cut it, re-knit, like just knit past it and finish it again. Mm-hmm. So in my laundry room at my sink, I have one of my little packages of Tuft Woolen's sock soap. Mm-hmm. And I bought a little sample pack. So they're just little, you can see they're like,
it's like a
wafer.
little
After eights. But they last quite a bit. So I had it sitting there because I'd used it on socks, and I just lathered, and then I wet the area, and I just sort of gently massaged the lather in, and I could see it was like fading.
That's awesome. Good
so
job.
I rinsed. I actually did it 3 times. Whew. I can't find it anywhere.
We like that.
It's gone.
That's
like
good,
I'm
though.
so lucky because I at first it was just yellow, and I'm like, oh, there's gonna be like, it'll look like mustard. It came right out. So I'm a huge fan of Tuft Woolen's sock soap. It was just fantastic. And
good job.
not just for, like, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Because it's not meant for stains. It's meant for just washing your woolens.
Yeah.
And I'm just really lucky that came out, but it worked really well. And it's gentle, especially on a cashmere and linen fiber. I was concerned about putting anything too harsh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I use in my laundry room for stains? Including old blood stains.
Yep.
Because Jack cut his lip once when he was a kid.
You told me.
And it was like 8 hours before he even got stitches. And anyways, Head & Shoulders shampoo. Head & Shoulders original shampoo. So I was not going to try that because I was worried it would actually like weaken or break down the fiber. Although cotton and linen are plant-based fibers. However, I just wasn't going to take that chance. I thought it might be too harsh. So, Tuft Woolen's. So yeah, that's my little happy ending story. Can you believe it? I was so nervous. Ugh. It all worked out. At Knit Stitch London, Suzanne has these canvas.
They're so cute.
Bucket bags. They're by Makeup.
Yeah.
There's their tag. And they are 100% recycled canvas. I couldn't find info on their website as to like where does the canvas come from. Like I don't know if it's fiber that's broken down and remilled or if it's pieces that they paint or what, but it's very nice. It doesn't it's very nice feeling. So there were some plain ones, like one was plain with it said stash.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I saw those on the
and then
that one's nice.
So it's a very good size because look at everything that's in there.
You know what? My cat would love that.
It's great. I love it. So that was from Knit Stitch, and then we went to True North.
Okay, that's right.
Yarn company.
Okay,
and I wasn't looking to buy anything, and I almost made it out of there without buying anything.
Sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I found right up by the door, they had a bin of this. It's Illimani.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but right by the door, I almost made it.
I know it was. We were on our way out. Illimani Sabri, and it is organic cotton and baby alpaca. 85% cotton, 15% baby alpaca. Feel that.
What the hell?
Yeah, I know. And they're all natural colors. Like they have, Lisa, they have beautiful grays. They have a marled gray, like the lightest marled gray.
Oh man, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so soft. It is super, super soft.
Yeah.
Might have
it's
to
from Peru.
stop there next time Hublicans is out of town. I'll go with them.
Mm-hmm. Made in Peru.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. So
it's super soft, and it's got a nice look to it too.
It is.
I'm gonna smell it.
Like I wish you guys could feel this because it is just amazing.
Oh, that brings up like a whole new thing.
So it's 400 meters, I think, or 400 yards.
Yep.
400 meters.
That's cool.
I'm gonna do something like not another road trip, but something similar, like just
something
a big,
simple,
looser gauge.
Okay,
I think, but a big, loose, summery wrap. And then we made it to Kawartha.
Then we finally made it to Kawartha.
So,
what do you got in there? Hurry up! I'm dying to see.
Okay, I'll do some yarn first.
Okay.
I won't do this because that's just I picked up another one of those. Okay, I picked up a skein of Yarn Enabler's Sock Monkey sock set.
That's pretty sweet,
isn't it? And you have a skein of, not this, you have a skein of the Timber Yarns Sock Monkey.
I know, right?
So you know what we should do?
Do them together.
We should do them together.
Yeah.
Cool, eh? And then this isn't the order I went to the booths, but my next show and tell is Rambouillet from Gaynor Homestead.
Okay.
Rambouillet is a woolly wool that is not scratchy, rough woolly wool. It is so soft. It feels like it could be super
nice. It's very nice, yeah.
Right? It's really soft. So there was just this skein. I bought a big skein of this gray.
Nice.
Charcoaly gray.
Nice.
I know. I just love it.
I'm gonna have to call them.
Well, they will be at Woodstock for sure. I'm not sure about.
Never mind.
I think Kitchener too.
Okay.
One of the fiber friends, I can't remember if it was Caroline or Louise, bought some at Woodstock last year. And I was admiring it.
Okay.
And so I intended to check out their booth this year. Yeah,
okay, good
very
job.
nice. That's that. I stopped at Tangled Poets, which is a yarn from Aberdeen's Wool. And she's got all like the multicolored, beautiful selection. I just picked up a couple of mini skeins that I can use for heels and toes.
Nice. Yep. Sparkles.
I know these both have stellina. Oh yeah, it's catching it. Just barely.
I think it looks like it's got one of...
This one, oh yeah, it does have stellina. Was there one sticking out?
No.
Anyways, if you can't, yeah, there is a little bit of glisten.
Oh,
this one
good.
is not, but it's just nice plum colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I picked
Those
up
are your
some
colors,
minis.
girlfriend.
And then, okay, the hottest new thing in the knitting world are the leather shawl cuffs. Howling Hills Studio had a booth and she had a whole display of the shawl cuffs. So these are made
kind of cool. That's you.
It was just different. I liked the
The
sort
texture.
of links in it.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily need white, but they're made from recycled belts, like upcycled old belts, and there's all kinds. Yeah. So other companies are making them as well. This is one that I picked up, Howling Hills Studio. She is on Instagram and she has a .com. There were 2 different booths that had fabric, like our pre-cut squares of fabric of different sizes. Heartfelt Fibers also had some cuts of fabric, and they're 100% pretty. Wool. Isn't that pretty? Like this beautiful herringbone.
That one. That one is. Oh, I like that one.
I know.
Sorry, I'm shopping over here. That's nice.
So I'm gonna make bags. They're like these are generous size.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, so I can definitely make
a couple,
1 to 2, depending on how I cut the fabric.
Good job.
Just love them.
Beautiful.
And then another booth, and I took a picture of it. She didn't have any cards left. I'll put it on the screen because it's totally escaping my memory. I found these 2. So this is a lovely, it's got purplish tones.
It's kind of neat. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, see?
Very good.
Purplies. And
the blueies.
This.
Well, that one's kind of like menswear.
It is. It's like a greenish gray.
It's cool.
There's some peach and blue running through it.
And yellow.
Just really
like a
pretty.
Little bit of yellow.
Yeah.
Like more of a tan than yellow. We won't say, yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, so I got a couple of those for making bags eventually. No,
please don't rush her.
I probably won't be sewing much over at least the next month. There's just stuff going on. I'm going to be traveling in July. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So I saw this on Instagram.
Did you see it first or did I?
I think I saw it, but then you tagged me. So Lisa tagged me.
Boat knitting. She needs it for boat knitting.
This is an amazing canvas.
Oh, they do beautiful bags.
Bucket with handles, and it has this drawstring.
Yeah, it's
right?
cool, eh?
So it can protect it all in the top and keep it all inside, which is perfect for me going on a boat.
Yeah.
And
there's actually gray little sailboats and stuff. Like,
yeah, it's got.
That's cool.
It's just a really nice print. So she tagged me, and of course I loved it. So when I was in my class in the morning, I asked Adrian, I said, can you go to, this is by Van Dyke Designs, sorry.
We talked before, because I had a bag with the campers on it.
Was that Van Dyke?
Yeah.
Okay. So Adrian went to the booth, and I said, go check if it's still there, and if it is, pick it up for me, and I'll pay you after. So she did. So here's the story. So Adrian goes to the booth, and she asked, do you have like an anchor, like a bucket bag with the anchors on it? And the lady said, oh, are you Carol? And she said, no, Adrian. And she said, oh. And she said, I have one set aside here. And it was different. It had red at the top.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So she did still have this one. So Adrian got it for me. Then later on, I saw on Instagram our friend Tracy. Tracy posted a picture of the red bag. Carol bought it for her for a birthday. I think it was a birthday gift. So we have, Tracy and I have matching bags.
Nice.
And Tracy has a boat. She sails.
Yeah.
So yeah. So isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
I just love it. It is so big. It's going to definitely take all my boat knitting and a few other things. And then she so graciously gave us
what is that?
A giveaway. This is really neat. It's a little, so it's just flat like this, right?
Okay.
And then you can use this to pop it open.
Oh, look at that.
It's a little square
so cool
pouch. So you put your notions in here.
Dang, I gotta call that girl.
I know. Get one. And then when you open it up, everything's
reachable.
I'm sure she'll be at Kitchener and Woodstock.
Yeah.
So everything's reachable. Unless you go to Barrie, Fiber Spirit. Isn't that pretty? It's just, and this is like leather, this little tab. So thank you so much, Carolyn. I was so touched. Like I went back to the booth just to let her know, like, thank you. Adrian got my bag. Right. It's lovely. You know, I'm so glad that you had it left. And then she said, oh, before you go, she said, I'd like to give you something for a giveaway.
That's so cool.
It is. Awesome. And I'm like, I almost cried. Like I was so touched.
You know what?
I know. I had to
totally
control myself.
know what you mean, and you're kind of like,
it's just so nice, so sweet. And I was like, okay, don't make a fool of yourself and cry over a giveaway. But it was just really thoughtful and kind of her. So thank you, Carolyn.
Pretty. That's really
cool. This will be a future giveaway on one of our knit-alongs. Yeah. Huh. And then there's just a few more little things.
What's it on there? I
stopped at Lizzie Ann Yarns.
Nice. Okay.
I saw them at Kawartha last year.
Yep.
And check them out. I didn't buy any yarn last year. Oh no, I did buy a little bit from Debbie, but I wasn't in a yarn buying mood last year. So, so Lizzie Ann Yarns, and I think it's a mother and daughter, Lori and Emily Pengelly, and I'll put it on the screen. These just begged me to. Wow. So it's a really beautiful, like a wine color. Does it have a name? It's a one of a kind.
Wow.
And then a mohair with this delicate, like a butter yellow. And some
more like a cherry tot yellow.
I don't know what I'm going to do with these.
Beautiful.
But, oh my goodness. Yeah, really nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's kid silk lace, 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. So it's nice. It's really soft. This is called cherry tart. You just said that.
That's nice.
I know. And this has some like, right, the lighter colors in it.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I got those. And then you know my girl Becky.
Oh yeah.
Becky and her mom were at the show. Shirley Bryan Yarns. And there's every time I see her booth, there's always something that just my eye goes there. Yeah. And twice before it's colors I had already bought, and then I kind of look at it and realize I already bought those. Well, this time this caught my eye. It's called Aslan.
Wow.
Isn't that neat? Like
That's
it's got
really
golds
pretty.
And greens and some
that's really, really pretty.
Burgundy rust and the teals.
That is gorgeous.
It's on Oliver's Silk Single. It's 100% mulberry silk.
Nice.
I did not know that when it caught my eye.
Yeah, of course.
I just was looking at it and there were two left. Like, look at this. This one, you can really see the purple in it.
That's gorgeous. It is so beautiful. Wow.
I just really want to show these colors because it's gorgeous. So I was going to buy one.
No, buy two.
I know, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's 400. It's a standard like 400 meter. So I thought, oh, I'm going to buy 2 because the chances that, like, what if she doesn't carry the space? Like 100% silk, right? And I probably wouldn't blend a silk with like a superwash merino, like, or even a merino 1-ply.
That would be really pretty.
It just
on
wouldn't.
its own.
I know. So I thought, okay, I'll get 2. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Something. But they're beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, so that was an indulgence. Well, it all was, because I really didn't need or expect anything. But I have lots of new
stuff to get you up
I
in gear.
think that
Start
was all.
knitting.
I think that's all.
That's it. That's all she wrote?
Yeah, some bags.
Woohoo.
Some fabric. And some yarn. So it wasn't all yarn.
No, it's very good for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah.
I just love this bag.
I know. It's
now I want to get out on the boat. I need to go out on the boat just so I can take my boat knitting. 2 other little things. I forgot to mention another podcaster I met. So there are 3 ladies in London with a new podcast, Forest City Knit Girls. Beautiful knitters.
Nice. Lots
of sweaters. There's 2 sisters, June and Patty, and then their friend Carrie.
Okay, good.
And I actually, they had mentioned that they were like kind of just close to the show, that they were going to be going to Kawartha. So I messaged them to see if they had tickets yet. Because we still had a couple of tickets left. And so I stopped at Carrie's house because it was close to where Adrian...
Oh, right, yeah.
On my way to Adrian's. We stopped at Carrie's house and I met her and I gave them a few tickets to the show. And then Adrian and I each had a ticket left. So you know what we did?
What?
It was after my class, so midday. We just went to the door and people were still coming in. And there was just a couple and they were getting out their wallets to pay. And I just said, no. I said, the show's on us.
Got it.
Yeah, and we gave them the tickets.
Nice.
So they didn't have to pay. Yeah, it's kind of a nice little surprise. So yeah, check out the Forest City Knit Girls as well. And one other podcaster that Adrian and I were having lunch, and a lady named Heather came up to see us. And she has just started a podcast called A Finch's Nest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Her card. A Finch's Nest. Okay. Now, I haven't checked out her podcast yet. Okay. I'm assuming it's this name. I will double check before I publish this. Up there. If her podcast channel is a different name, I'll put it on the screen. Or I'll just put A Finch's Nest. But yeah, Heather, and she was there with her daughter, and she came over and just talked to us for a few minutes. It was really nice. So you can check out Heather, and thanks for coming and saying hi, Heather, and we just wish you all the best, because it's fun. It's a good ride. Okay, one more thing, not knitting, stitching related. So there is a stitcher and knitter in Newfoundland named Patty, and her YouTube channel is called 4 Boys and NL for Newfoundland girl. 4 boys and an NL girl, and she is a cross-stitch pattern designer. She's had patterns published in magazines. They're cute too. And she's also a knitter, and so she does have, knitting on her podcast. She has organized a retreat. Yep, I think there's one. Yep. If it didn't just happen, it's happening soon. Yeah. And she had designed and had these magnetic needle minders made.
So cute.
So they are. They have. Now these are really strong needles. Like you have to slide it off. They're like those rare earth, whatever kind of magnets, not needles. And so you just put them on your project, right? Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
They stay if you don't do it upside down. And then your needles and things will just stick here. So when you have a needle, you're done stitching and you don't want it to fall off. You just sort of put it on here and it holds it in place in your project.
That's cool.
Yeah. So this is designed after like the Newfoundland type houses.
She did one of those houses, a design like pattern. That, didn't she?
She has a couple. Yeah, so you can get these in her Etsy shop, and I'll put that on the screen. Mm-hmm. I think she's ordered more of them, as well as you can get her patterns there too.
That's cool.
Yeah. So hi, Patty. She's so nice.
I think those would be a good enamel pin too.
Yeah, just like a bag pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty. You should make bag pins too.
Hint, hint.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it, other than I picked up the little card for Kitchener-Waterloo, a little reminder card. It is Saturday, September 14th this year. Over 80 vendors, fashion show, guest speaker,
Yeah.
They do have food kiosk there. In previous years, it was, again, kind of a bit limited in variety and selection.
Yeah. It's an arena.
Didn't they run out?
It's an arena.
Stuff. So $7 admission this year. It's at the Kitchener Odd, Saturday, September 14th, 9:30 to 4:30 p.m. And we'll definitely, as far as we know, we're planning on going.
Unless someone gets married.
If you would like free admission, contact them to be a volunteer, because I think they require a couple of hours of your time.
Yeah.
Which is, it won't take away your enjoyment of the show. If you're going, you can spend the day there, and you get free admission if you help out for a few hours. So they're on Facebook. They have a website and Instagram.
That's cool.
I think this is for Fiber Spirit. So Fiber Spirit is a new show that started last year in Barrie.
Yeah.
And this year it is on August 24th at the Barrie Curling Club.
Okay.
10 to 4:30. We didn't go last year. I heard it was good. So everything: knitting, crocheting, weaving, spinning, felting.
That's a good
all things fiber.
Wow.
So fiberspirit.ca. And look at this. If I bring this bookmark, I get $1 off admission. I didn't even notice that. I just picked it up so it would have the information so I could talk about it. So if you want to go.
Love it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That'll be good.
And I think
we have been busy.
I think that's it. How are we at?
An hour and a bit.
Hour and a half. That's shorter than I thought it would be.
Whoop, woo.
Okay. Let me just double check quickly, Lisa, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Go, Dave.
Oh, I thought it goes to, I think so. I think that's everything. All right. We're done. As usual, we'll put a few extra photos at the end here. Although now I do have some that are midway. But yeah, stick around if you want to watch it. Enjoy a few photographs. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. And we're not totally sure when that'll be, because I've got some vacation coming up in July. Maybe we can squeeze a quick one in before we go, but if not, it'll be sometime this summer. So just have a great summer. If we don't see you before then,
happy knitting,
and make time to make something.